Picture this. The college football world is spinning out of control. And the name on everyone's lips isn't just Deion Sanders, it's Travis Hunter. Yes, the golden boy of Coach Prime's Colorado program. The face of a rising empire suddenly finds himself at the center of a storm so messy, so jaw-droppingly humiliating that fans are still trying to figure out what's real and what's not. The whispers started small. Tension with his girlfriend, cryptic late-night posts, and shady comments sliding under his Instagram pictures. But then it exploded. Screenshots leaked, TikToks went viral, and Hunter's every move was dissected by fans, haters, and the media alike. The drama became so overwhelming that Travis did the unthinkable. He hit that delete button on Instagram, erasing every trace of himself from the platform. And just when everyone thought the silence meant surrender, Deion Sanders himself broke through the noise. The legendary Coach Prime, never one to shy away from a microphone, decided to speak out. His response wasn't just a statement, it was a clapback, a warning, and a rallying cry all rolled into one. But what exactly did he say? And why is this feud tearing through not just the locker room, but entire families, friendships, and fan bases? Stick around because what you're about to hear will shake the foundation of Colorado football like never before. The drama started the moment Travis Hunter's girlfriend went live on social media during what was supposed to be just another quiet Saturday night. Fans who tuned in thought they were about to see a sweet, supportive partner cheering for her boyfriend. Instead, what they witnessed felt like a staged ambush, an unfiltered stream of tension and raw emotions. She threw subtle jabs at Travis, questioning his loyalty, his choices, and even hinting that he was not as focused on football as he pretended to be. Every sly smirk, every passive-aggressive remark sent shockwaves through the fan base. People flooded the comments with fire emojis and wide-eyed reactions, sensing something was seriously off. The internet loves drama, but no one expected the humiliation to hit this deep. While Travis sat quietly beside her, visibly uncomfortable, trying to shrug it off with a weak smile, the words kept rolling. She mocked his game day rituals, laughed about text messages he allegedly never answered, and even dragged in personal stories that fans had never heard before. The chat went crazy, fans typing that Travis looked like a man trapped in his own relationship. The vibe was so awkward that clips instantly went viral, clipped down into 20-second bombs of pure embarrassment that exploded across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram Reels. By the next morning, it wasn't just a clip anymore, it was a trending topic. Memes popped up, sports commentators started whispering about Travis's mental state, and the narrative shifted from a fun Saturday stream to a scandal. Travis tried to defend himself in private, but screenshots leaked again. Friends of his girlfriend posted cryptic messages like the truth always comes out, and some people aren't as perfect as they seem. Suddenly, the storyline flipped. Was Travis hiding something? Or was he just being dragged unfairly in front of millions of strangers? Fans debated furiously in the comments. Some defended him, saying his girlfriend was clout chasing, desperate for attention. Others argued maybe she was exposing something real. The uncertainty created a frenzy, the kind of messy public spectacle that no athlete ever wants attached to their name. The pressure grew heavier, and soon Travis did the unthinkable. He wiped his Instagram clean, deleting not just the embarrassing recent posts, but years of memories, highlights, and endorsements. It was a digital disappearing act that screamed louder than words. For many, that was the sign that the relationship drama had officially crossed a line. And then came Deion Sanders. Coach Prime had been watching all of this unfold quietly. Teammates whispered that he had already pulled Travis aside for a heart-to-heart conversation. Others claimed he was furious, not just because of the personal mess, but because of how it reflected on the entire Colorado program. Prime runs his team like a family, and any chaos, especially public chaos, is seen as a threat to the empire he's building. Still, for days, he stayed silent in public, letting the storm rage on. But silence only fuels speculation, and fans were hungry for answers. The longer he stayed quiet, the louder the drama grew, until finally, Coach Prime broke through. During a post-practice media session, Deion casually dropped lines that felt like thinly veiled shots at Travis's situation. A man's worth is not determined by what people say about him online. Your worth is in how you carry yourself, how you handle adversity, and whether you stay focused on your mission. He didn't mention Travis's name, but everyone knew exactly who he was talking about. The room grew tense, reporters scribbled furiously, and within minutes, clips of his speech hit social media. Fans were divided. Some praised him for being a father figure, setting Travis straight with tough love. Others criticized him, saying airing it out like that only added more fuel to the fire. Regardless of which side you were on, one thing was clear: Prime had spoken, and the drama had officially escalated from a messy relationship problem to a team-wide spectacle. Back in Travis's circle, emotions were running wild. Friends close to him claimed he felt betrayed not only by his girlfriend, but by how the situation spun so far out of control. He confided that he never expected personal problems to become national headlines. He wanted to focus on football, to be the face of Coach Prime's rebuild, not the lead character in a soap opera. But at the same time, he couldn't just walk away from someone he still cared for deeply. The conflict tore him apart, and those around him saw a young man struggling between love, loyalty, and the crushing weight of public opinion. Every time he picked up his phone, there were new memes, new articles, new comments questioning his character. It was too much to handle, and he started pulling away even from those closest to him, the girlfriend. On the other hand, doubled down. Instead of apologizing, she posted stories filled with indirect messages, like song lyrics about betrayal or captions like, "If you knew what I knew, you'd switch sides too." The cryptic messages made the internet lose its mind. Fans dissected every word, speculating about hidden meanings. Was Travis cheating? Was there another scandal brewing under the surface? Or was she simply fanning the flames for attention? The theories grew wild, and the drama only intensified. Meanwhile, Deion's family entered the picture. Shedeur Sanders, who is both a quarterback and a key figure in the Colorado program, reportedly had words with Travis in the locker room. Whispers spread that he told Travis to get his house in order before bringing unnecessary baggage onto the field. It was never confirmed, but insiders swore there was tension. The Sanders family has always protected their brand fiercely, and this saga threatened to stain the clean, powerful image they worked so hard to build. So when Shedeur's comment was allegedly overheard, fans believed it immediately. The locker room dynamics suddenly felt fragile, with one player's personal mess spilling over into team chemistry. By this point, the story had spiraled far beyond a private couple's fight. Now it was about image, reputation, and leadership. Fans debated whether Travis could recover from the humiliation. Sports pundits started asking if the distraction could hurt his draft stock. Endorsements hung in the balance. A young star who had once been praised for his composure was now being portrayed as vulnerable, distracted, and overshadowed by drama he couldn't control. Every outlet picked it up, spinning it into a headline. And fans couldn't look away. The tension reached its peak when Coach Prime reportedly called a private team meeting. Players were sworn to secrecy, but leaks always find their way out. According to anonymous sources, Prime stood in front of the team and delivered one of his trademark speeches: fiery, emotional, and direct. This is not a reality show. This is football. If you want reality TV, go sign up for Netflix. If you're here, you represent not just yourself, but your brothers and this program. Distractions will not be tolerated. Those words hit hard. Everyone knew who he was talking about, and the message was clear. Get it together or risk losing everything. But behind closed doors, Travis was breaking down. Friends revealed that he felt cornered, unsure of how to fix the mess. Deleting Instagram was just the first step, but it didn't erase the humiliation or the noise. The girlfriend was still talking, the media was still buzzing, and now even his coach had made his stance public. It felt like the walls were closing in. And Travis was left wondering if his entire career was being derailed by something he never thought would spiral this far. And just when it seemed like the situation couldn't get any worse, Another twist was about to unfold, one that would drag even more people into the chaos and push the drama to explosive new heights. As the dust seemed to settle just a little, a bombshell dropped that reignited the chaos. A close friend of Travis's girlfriend went live on her own, claiming she had receipts that would expose Travis once and for all. She waved her phone on camera, smiling, promising to leak screenshots. That would change the entire narrative. Instantly, fans flooded the stream, desperate to see what she had. Though she never showed the full messages, she read snippets. Allowed private conversations between Travis and a mystery woman. Her voice dripped with confidence, almost taunting Travis, saying, if he wants to play innocent, I can show the world the truth. The internet exploded once again. Hashtags started trending, sports blogs pounced on the new development, and fans split into camps. Some believed it, swearing Travis was caught red-handed. Others called it clout chasing, pointing out how conveniently timed this exposure was. Regardless, the damage was done. More doubt had been planted, and the narrative grew messier by the hour. Travis, already overwhelmed, reportedly called Deion Sanders for advice late at night. Insiders say the conversation was emotional. "Coach, I can't take this anymore," Travis allegedly confessed. Prime, known for his no-nonsense attitude, reportedly told him, "You don't let anyone control your story but you. Either you take the mic back or they're gonna write your life for you." Those words cut deep. And for a brief moment, Travis considered going public with his side of the story. But every time he thought about speaking up, he worried about the backlash. What if his words were twisted? What if people didn't believe him? Silence felt safer. Yet the silence was also destroying him. The inner conflict ate him alive. And fans could see it on his face whenever he appeared in public. The girlfriend, meanwhile, reveled in the spotlight. She posted cryptic tweets late at night. "Funny how people only love you when you're winning? And never let a man play you like you're second best." Every post was like a dagger. Vague enough to keep people guessing, but sharp enough to cut Travis's image even further. Fans dissected her every word, building wild theories. Some believed she had been wronged. Others thought she was intentionally dragging him through the mud to gain followers. Every theory was shared, reposted, and debated endlessly, making the situation impossible to ignore. The team wasn't immune to the storm either. At practice, players whispered among themselves. Insiders claimed some teammates grew frustrated, feeling the drama was overshadowing their work. A source said, "We're trying to win games and everyone's talking about Instagram lives and tweets. It's exhausting." Rumors spread that one veteran player even confronted Travis privately, telling him, "You've got to get this under control, man. We can't have this messing with the team." It was never confirmed, but it fueled speculation that the locker room unity was fracturing. The image of Colorado football as a family was being tested in real time. And then came the moment that no one saw. Coming Deion's sons stepping deeper into the drama. Shedder and Shiloh Sanders, who both played key roles on the team, were dragged into the story after fans noticed them unfollowing Travis's girlfriend on social media. It was subtle, but in the world of online drama, every unfollow is a declaration of war. Fans immediately screenshotted the evidence and spread it everywhere. "The Sanders brothers have spoken," one fan tweeted, racking up thousands of likes. It was clear the family had picked sides, and they were firmly behind Travis. This small digital gesture set off a firestorm, turning what had been a messy relationship issue into a public battle of loyalty. The lines were drawn, and everyone was forced to pick a side. In the midst of all this, Travis's girlfriend went live again, this time visibly emotional, through tears. She accused Travis of choosing fame over love and claimed that even his coach's family was trying to silence her. She insisted she had been loyal but couldn't stay quiet anymore. The stream was raw, filled with shaky hands, watery eyes, and emotional outbursts. Fans watching were torn. Some felt sympathy, others accused her of manipulating the narrative. But one thing was undeniable. Every word added fuel to the fire. As the clip spread, reporters and bloggers picked up on her accusation about the Sanders family, painting it as a feud not just between two young people, but between a player's personal life and the powerful empire of Coach Prime himself. Travis, meanwhile, stayed silent. He stayed off social media, rarely appeared in public outside of football. And when he did, he kept his head low. But silence only made fans hungrier. Rumors swirled that he was considering ending the relationship for good, but no one knew for sure. Close friends hinted that he was torn, saying he still cares about her, but he's scared of what will happen if he stays. He's scared of what will happen if he leaves. He's stuck. The emotional conflict painted him as a young man trapped in a nightmare, unable to find a way out. Coach Prime, seeing how the circus kept growing, reportedly held another private talk with Travis. This time, insiders said it was tougher, more direct. You've got to decide who you are, son. Are you the man leading this team, or are you the man letting someone else control your destiny? Those words hit hard. Travis was forced to confront the reality that his personal life was not just personal. Eddie Merritt was shaping how millions saw him. And for a player with dreams of the NFL, image mattered almost as much as performance. One bad narrative could cost him millions, endorsements, and opportunities, the fans. Always the loudest voices in the room made the situation even worse. Some flooded Travis's deleted Instagram with demands for answers. Others spammed his girlfriend's comments with hate or support. The entire fan base split into warring factions. And every game Colorado played felt like it carried the weight of the off-field drama. Even broadcasters started slipping references into their commentary, turning football into a soap opera. One commentator quipped during a live game, "Travis is handling the pressure well on the field. Let's just hope he can handle it off the field too." The line sent social media into a frenzy. But then, just when it seemed like the drama couldn't go any deeper, another twist hit that shocked even the most devoted followers. A leaked audio clip, allegedly from a private phone call, surfaced online. In it, a voice sounding like Travis's girlfriend could be heard admitting that some of the receipts weren't as damning as she made them seem. "I just needed him to feel what I felt," the voice said. The internet lost its mind. Was it real? Was it fake? Some swore it was her voice. Others argued it was a setup. But if true, it meant the humiliation Travis endured might have been exaggerated or even manufactured for attention. Fans demanded answers, but none came. Instead, the silence from both sides only deepened the mystery. And that was the state of things when the pressure cooker finally reached its breaking point. Travis, the Sanders family, the girlfriend, and even the team found themselves standing on the edge of a scandal that seemed ready to explode into something far bigger. And the next move, whichever side made it, would determine who came out on top and who would be left in ruins. The leaked audio had already pushed the drama to new heights. But what came next turned it into a full-blown spectacle. A popular sports gossip page picked up the clip and ran it with the headline, "Was Travis Hunter set up by his own girlfriend?" The post went viral instantly, shared thousands of times within hours. The comments section was a battlefield. Some fans demanded apologies for Travis, claiming he had been unfairly dragged through the mud. Others doubled down, insisting there was still more dirt to uncover. The back and forth created a frenzy so loud that mainstream outlets couldn't ignore it anymore. Suddenly, this wasn't just gossip, was headline news across sports networks. And right in the center of it all was Travis, watching his personal life become national entertainment. Behind the scenes, sources say Travis was torn apart. Friends revealed he barely slept, pacing at night, replaying the events over and over in his head. He kept asking, how did it get this far? One insider shared, the young star who had once seemed untouchable was now struggling with trust, image, and identity. And as if the chaos wasn't enough, whispers began spreading that NFL scouts were taking notice. Not in a good way. While no official reports confirmed it, rumors suggested teams were concerned about how he handled adversity, questioning his maturity. Whether fair or not, the perception mattered, and Travis knew it. Every game became more than just a performance on the field. It became a statement to prove he was bigger than the drama. The girlfriend, however, wasn't backing down. Despite the leaked audio, she went on another social media spree, defending herself fiercely. In one emotional video, she said, "I'm not perfect, but I never lied about what I went through. People want to paint me as the villain, but they don't know what it's like to be ignored, to be treated like an accessory." Her words struck a chord with some fans, especially those who had been through messy breakups. But for others, it felt like damage control, a desperate attempt to salvage her own image, no matter how you saw it. One thing was certain: she wasn't going to fade quietly into the background. Coach Prime, meanwhile, had reached his breaking point. After weeks of letting the situation play out, he reportedly called a closed-door meeting with Travis, the Sanders brothers, and a few trusted staff. Insiders claim Prime didn't mince words. "This is not just about football anymore. This is about your name, your future, and the brand you're building. You've got to shut this down before it eats you alive." Those who were there described the atmosphere as tense, almost like an intervention. Travis sat quietly for most of it, nodding clearly weighed. Down by the gravity of the situation. Cheddar and Shiloh backed their father, emphasizing that loyalty to the team and the bigger picture had to come first. "You can't fight every battle online," Cheddar allegedly told him. "Sometimes the best play is walking away." But walking away wasn't easy. Travis was still emotionally tied to his girlfriend, still wrestling with the love versus loyalty conflict. One source close to him said he wanted to believe it could be fixed, that they could get past all of this. But every time he thought about forgiving, another video or post would pop up, and it just ripped open the wound again. The cycle was brutal humiliation. Hope, betrayal, repeating. It was draining him day by day. Fans noticed the toll too. During one game, cameras caught Travis on the sideline, looking distant, his body language subdued. Commentators were quick to pick up on it, suggesting the off-field issues might be seeping into his performance. The clip spread across social media, fueling the narrative that the drama was taking its toll. Suddenly, every missed play or quiet moment was analyzed through the lens of his personal life. The pressure became unbearable, and yet Travis had no easy way out then. Just as it seemed like the storm might finally push him to his breaking point, another twist emerged. An anonymous account on Twitter dropped what they claimed were direct messages between Travis's girlfriend and another guy, suggesting she might not have been entirely loyal either. The screenshots, whether real or fabricated, set the internet on fire. For weeks, she had painted herself as the victim, but now the tables turned. Was she the one playing him all along? Fans questioned. Memes flipped overnight. Sympathy for her began to fade, and suddenly she was under the microscope. Her silence in response only fueled speculation, with some claiming her lack of denial was as good as an admission. The shift in public perception was dramatic. For the first time since the scandal began, Travis had the fans on his side again. Tweets poured in with support, urging him to focus on the game and leave the drama behind. The narrative started to swing back in his favor. But the damage wasn't fully undone. NFL scouts and media outlets had long memories, and the saga wasn't disappearing anytime soon. Still, it gave Travis a glimmer of hope. A sense that maybe, just maybe, he could reclaim control of the story. Deion Sanders, always the master of timing, seized the moment. In another press conference, he delivered a powerful message that seemed directed not just at Travis, but at everyone watching. A man's character is revealed not in the good times, but in how he handles the storms. Storms will come, storms will go, but who you are in the middle of it, that's what people will remember. Reporters ate it up. Fans praised his wisdom, and once again, Prime positioned himself as the guiding voice in the chaos. It was a reminder that even in the ugliest drama, Prime knew how to flip the script and keep control of the narrative. But behind the inspirational speeches, the reality remained complicated. Travis still hadn't spoken publicly, and every day of silence left room for more rumors. Would he reconcile with his girlfriend? Would he cut ties completely? Would he issue a statement to clear his name? No one knew. What fans did know was that the story wasn't over, not even close. Every day brought a new leak, a new post, or a new whisper that kept the fire burning. And as the season pressed on, the stakes only grew higher by the end of the week. The girlfriend resurfaced with a new live stream, this time claiming she had been harassed by fans and even threatened because of the scandal. She broke down crying, saying she never meant for things to get so ugly. Some viewers sympathized, others accused her of playing victim once again. But what made the stream explosive wasn't just her tears, was her bombshell claim that she had been in contact with a well-known sports journalist who planned to expose the full truth. Suddenly, the scandal wasn't just confined to social media anymore. It was threatening to spill into mainstream media with receipts, interviews, and possibly even a documentary-style takedown. The thought sent chills through fans and teammates alike. This wasn't just drama. Anymore, it was about to become a public reckoning, and that was where things stood. A young star caught in a spiral of betrayal, humiliation, and shifting narratives. A girlfriend refusing to back down. A family trying to protect their brand, and a fan base eating up every second of the chaos. But the story was still far from finished, and the next chapter promised to be the most explosive yet. The girlfriend's latest live stream, promising a journalist's expo, set the internet ablaze. Fans speculated endlessly about who the journalist might be. Was it a tabloid writer known for salacious scoops? Or a respected sports insider with the credibility to make the story impossible to ignore? Within hours, hashtags like Travis Sexposed and Premedrama shot to the top of trending lists. The threat of a major media outlet digging into the scandal terrified Travis's circle. Insiders revealed that Deion Sanders immediately began making phone calls, pulling every string he had to find out if the rumor was real. Prime wasn't just a coach, he was a father figure and a brand protector. The idea of his program being dragged into a headline war with gossip journalists was unacceptable. While Deion worked behind the scenes, Travis felt the walls closing in tighter than ever. He confided to a teammate late at night, saying, "Man, I can't even breathe without it being news. I just wanted to play ball." The teammate recalled that Travis looked completely drained, almost defeated. But then something inside him shifted. Sources say Travis realized that silence had only given power to the chaos. If he didn't take control of his story, someone else would. With Deion's encouragement, he started planning his first public response. Before Travis could speak, however, another twist erupted. An anonymous source leaked private messages allegedly between the girlfriend and the very journalist she had teased in her stream. In the messages, she appeared to be negotiating money for her exclusive story, whether the screenshots were real or fabricated. They hit the internet like a bomb. Suddenly, the narrative flipped yet again. Fans who once defended her turned against her, accusing her of selling out for clout and cash. The backlash was brutal. Comments flooded her pages, calling her a liar and an opportunist. In a matter of hours, she went from victim to villain in the eyes of many. The timing couldn't have been more perfect for Travis. Riding the wave of public sympathy, he finally broke his silence. Instead of a messy Instagram rant or a chaotic live stream, he released a carefully worded video. Sitting calmly in front of the camera, he admitted that the past weeks had been some of the hardest of his life. "I made mistakes in how I handled things," he said, his voice steady, "but I've never been dishonest about who I am. I love this game. I love my brothers on this team. And I won't let outside noise take me away from what I'm here to do." It wasn't flashy, but it was powerful. Fans flooded the comments with support, praising him for his composure. Deion Sanders quickly backed him up with a statement of his own, framing Travis as a young man learning to navigate the spotlight. "He's family," Prime declared. "Family stumbles, family stumbles, family struggles, but family always stands together." The Sanders brothers echoed the sentiment on social media, posting pictures with Travis captioned with words like brotherhood and locked in. It was a coordinated show of unity, a masterstroke that shifted the focus back to football and loyalty. The girlfriend, now under intense fire, tried to defend herself once again. She posted a long note on her story, insisting she had never tried to sell her truth for money. She claimed the leaked messages were fake, a setup to silence her. But fans weren't buying it. The damage was already done, and the sympathy she once had was gone. Her follower count dropped, hate comments piled up, and the journalists she had hinted at distanced themselves publicly, tweeting, "I don't buy stories, I report them." The tide had officially turned, with the scandal finally starting to lose steam. Travis felt a weight lift from his shoulders. Insiders say he threw himself back into football harder than ever, determined to prove that the drama hadn't broken him. Teammates noticed the change, saying he looked sharper, hungrier, and more focused. "It's like he turned the pain into fuel," one player shared. Coach Prime praised his resilience publicly, saying, "That boy went through the fire and came out gold." Fans rallied behind him once again, turning the narrative from victim to survivor. But even as things began to calm, questions lingered. Had the girlfriend really fabricated parts of her story? Who leaked the supposed receipts of her negotiations? And was Travis truly free of the chaos? Or was this just the calm before another storm? For now, at least, the chapter seemed to close with Travis reclaiming his image, standing tall with the Sanders family by his side, and showing the world that no amount of scandal could take away his passion for the game still. As fans know all too well, drama never dies completely, it just waits for its next chance to explode. And everyone watching this saga couldn't help but wonder what new twist might be waiting just around the corner. And that brings us to the end of this wild saga, at least for now. What started as a messy late-night live stream spiraled into weeks of humiliation. Leaks, betrayals, and shocking twists that no one saw coming. Travis Hunter went from being dragged online, mocked in memes, and doubted by fans, to finally reclaiming his voice and showing resilience in the face of chaos. Deion Sanders stepped in like the protective father figure and coach he's known to be, delivering those iconic speeches that fans say belong in history books. The Sanders brothers made their loyalty clear, showing that no matter how ugly things get, family will always stand together. But still, there are so many unanswered questions. Was the girlfriend really negotiating her story with a journalist? Or was that leak just another setup? Will she eventually come forward with more receipts? Or has the tide of public opinion silenced her for good? And most importantly, how will all of this affect Travis's future, his game, his reputation, and his dream of going pro? The story may feel like it's winding down, but something tells us this isn't the last time we'll hear about it. The internet never forgets. And scandals like this have a way of resurfacing when you least expect it. So, what do you think? Was Travis unfairly dragged through the mud? Or did the girlfriend have some truth in her side of the story? Do you believe Coach Prime's tough love approach saved the day? Or did it only make the spotlight shine brighter on the mess? We want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know whose side you're on. And don't hold back, because this drama is too big to stay quiet about. And if you enjoyed diving into all the twists and turns with us, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next bombshell. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.